What is going on, everyone? We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Super excited. The next Villains Layer's out. It's been out for all you Patreon users for like a week now. Week and a half.
Okay, cool.
So this is episode 4, I believe, of season 2. Yeah. And this is called That's All, folks.
That's it, folks.
Super excited for this. So, we're going to react to this if you guys have already seen it. If not, click link in the description below. Hop on over to All Things Coming Back, which is our commentary, reaction, breakdown, comedy channel. And what that means is we will pause for any and or all of the above. It's time to slash it up and break it down. This is PattyCake Productions, Villains Layer, Season 2, Episode 4, That's All.
All right.
Let's get it.
Previously on the Villains Lair.
The sea witch must be dealt with for the last time.
Ursula mentioned a deal. Perhaps we should discuss the terms.
I have no intention of making another deal with her.
You are familiar with the Shadow Man, I presume. He has aligned himself with the Sea Witch and threatens our past and future. You possess an artifact capable of controlling the shadows. Paradise, I believe.
The Sea Witch is merely a descendant of a god.
Hey, baby.
Perhaps then what we need is a god.
The Lord of the Underworld himself.
Hades!
Isn't he dead? Like, dead?
You know as well as any of us, we've all cheated death.
His soul was devoured and lost to the river Styx. I say we fish his soul out of the river like a codfish.
Perhaps a less primitive solution.
The Black Cauldron. Legend says its magic can return the dead.
Magic mirror, show thy face. Reveal the cauldron's resting place.
Across the sea the cauldron lies, hidden under more of her skies.
What are we waiting for? We must leave at once.
I shall accompany the captain to Morva.
Okay.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
A single player and a pair of dice. My dear, if it's games you desire, then you need only ask to be the court jester. After all, you already have the hat.
How flattering. You, above all, would certainly know the qualities best suited for a fool. This game, however, does not concern you, Your Majesty.
Well, I suppose it depends on the game. You'll remember well that the queen is the most powerful piece on the board.
Powerful, perhaps, but not invincible.
Certainly more powerful than your knight in burlap sack you've had tucked away.
Knight? How quaint. Merely a pawn. Nothing a queen can't make short work of.
Enough! Why are you so eager to take this journey? I've never known you to be a volunteer.
Well, as an old monarch once said, if you want something done right, do it yourself.
And what might that be?
Oh, you've forgotten already. Why, to return the Lord of the Underworld, my pet. We really must have someone write this down for you.
To return Hades? And nothing more?
Could it be?
I feel like Maleficent's winning this argument.
The amount of shade she's dropping. Like, she just called her old. Which is one of the evil queen's, like, pet peeves. And that's why she's into the mirror all the time. Like, it's her fear. She also called her pet, which I like, because that is something she uses. That's great. That's great.
To return Hades? And nothing more?
Could it be that the mighty queen is threatened?
Threatened by a wingless fairy. Let us not forget who restored you to the world of the living. If it weren't for me, maybe think what if you would still be at the bottom of that cliff. Just a sad old tale, beaten and impaled, a pathetic relic, all because you failed. This is the story as I recall. So show some gratitude instead of attitude. That's all.
The story, yes, but a detail or...
I liked that.
To be fair, every single one of you failed.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you're all here. It's called hubris. And you're still living in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
The story, yes, but a detail or two omitted. I imagine a woman of your age must have difficulty remembering.
True, I owe
hag.
a debt, but let's not forget why you needed me to give you what you could not get. So go on, attack. I have what you lack. It was I, not you, that brought the villains back. So ask your mirror on the wall, who's the saddest or the baddest one of all? That's all. If by saddest you mean the one who follows orders, then I believe that title belongs to you. Yes, you brought them back under my command. It was I, not you, that had the master plan. Locked that witch away in a sea she'd stay. Now unable to collect her debts from us to pay. Your debt, my debt, yes, it was our debt. Wrong again, my pet, with a single bite on a stormy night. 7 little men caught what you did to poor Snow White. Now you're off your throne, so I'd watch your tongue. As I recall, you took a little tumble of your own. Well done, I'm sure that now you think you've won this fight. But alas, you forget I survived that night. Not quite. In the sea you drowned, but the sea witch found an opportunity and brought you back to solid ground. Quite the find she made, for your life she'd trade the Sea King's crown, a deal that you betrayed. That's rich. Now let's talk about the deal you made. There was once a king who had found his bride, but a winged green fairy the kingdom denied. Stefan's love you lost, so the sea you crossed. A deal for a sleeping curse your wings it cost. Spare me your high and mighty and your goal, 'cause I'm the ruler, you are nothing but the fool. That's all. You're the one to blame, no denying it. You're responsible and yet you are defying it. Now you've made your bed so you can lie in it. You just need me for someone to blame. Now let's not forget, if it's worse for me, why you needed me to give you what you couldn't get. It's just a washed up hack. I have what you lack. It was I. No, I brought the villains back. This is the story as I recall. So some gratitude instead of attitude. Ask your mirror on the wall, who's the saddest one of all? I'm the baddest one of all. That's all.
Pop, pop, pop. I believe so.
I need that level of attitude. Often.
Look.
They're fantastic performers.
Usually we pause more. But I was so into the bickering.
I was going to use the same word. Bickering. Like, you can't pause for that. It's a shit show, and you just gotta see where it goes.
It's like when something catches on fire.
Yeah,
and you have to sit there and watch it.
Yeah. It's a train wreck.
Yes.
Gotta watch. Plus, they did really, really well. Now, I'm not familiar. Maybe it's a once kind of storyline. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I'm wondering
with
how
those
much of that was
storylines.
pulled from Once Upon a Time. Only because I don't recognize a lot of what they're talking about because it's not in the actual animated movies.
Well, so they've pulled from more than the animated movies, but that is past what I have even... Now, I didn't finish watching all of Once. I watched quite a few of the seasons, but...
I think I watched the first season.
I made it way past that, but, like, where we're at with them here...
No, okay, so in Once, I made it to where somebody who was the villain, I can't remember who it was, started helping the good people.
Are you talking about Regina?
Possibly.
She was the evil queen.
Okay.
But then, season 2, I believe, at the beginning...
So maybe it was only season 1 I watched.
There's a reversal spell that's cast.
Huh.
Like... it gets complicated. So I want to say at least through season 2, if not through season 3, and some of the side projects, like the Alice in Wonderland one and so on.
Now, here's my thing. Once upon a time, I enjoyed what I watched of it, but not enough to keep going. It wasn't that it was bad.
Right.
It felt... Now, again, I did have the luxury of binging it. It wasn't like I was watching it as it was coming on TV. But it still felt very drawn out for me.
Yes and no. I really enjoyed it, but then again, I've read all of these fairy tales too.
Right.
So, what I didn't like, though, they fell straight into that trope when they reversed it so that the evil went evil again. It was not, Anyway.
So, one of the things I have with most TV shows, and it's why I don't watch most TV shows. Again, I grew up watching a lot of like X-Files, Tales from the Crypt, stuff that feels more of just self-contained stories per episode. I mean, X-Files did kind of have a lingering story that went through it.
Well, it had an overarch, yeah.
Law and Order SVU.
Right.
There was always a background story, but every episode you could watch individually without needing anything else.
Right.
And the reason why I typically stick to shows like that as opposed to like a really minus Marvel, because Marvel's just Marvel, and I've been dealing with that for 25 years. I hate this. You get this episode where it's like some stuff happens, they kind of push the story forward, and then they leave you on this huge cliffhanger at the end of the episode, right? So then you watch the next episode, and most of the time they'll either answer the cliffhanger, but it doesn't reach the level of the cliffhanger that it's set.
Right.
So you feel disappointed by the way they resolve it, or that cliffhanger carries on and you don't get a resolution to it till 5, 6, 7 episodes down the line.
Why I hate books with cliffhangers. I still read them, but normally when the whole series is out.
Right. It's just I hate that.
I mean,
build up for nothing.
It is how they set it up. Once was done really well, and I'll still agree that I felt like certain parts of it should have been resolved sooner. But that main trope of every a different spell being recast, that it wipes out everybody's character arc and resolution within themselves, and
right.
I don't know. This was incredible though. Both women nailed it with the singing. Incredible singing. And I just love the tit for tat and that's all kind of like drop the mic, like what I just said must have upped you by 100%, so like conversation over kind of thing.
And it's so obviously they embody villains. These are the typical type of villains I'm not big fans of, because they're always quick to place blame on other people. I feel like if villains, again, taking accountability for your actions is not just a hero thing to do. Even as a villain, you can learn from where you fucked up.
Right.
Admit you fucked up. Move on and be better.
I feel like they have a little bit, but I mean, what you're dealing with is two narcissists talking to each other.
Right.
So it's honestly talking to a brick wall, which is why I like the fact that they say the story from my point of view.
Right. Because
they rewrite their stories the way they want it. And can't unrewrite it. It's like it wiped their memory banks, and no, this is factual.
Right.
So anyway, I can't wait to see where this goes. I feel like both of them have something up their sleeves.
I can't wait to see...
I want to see Hades.
Hades. Because them re-showing the preview got me so excited for it.
Well, and the way that they had Oogie Boogie sing, and how Hades sang in the animated, like, I can't wait to see how they do that.
I'm curious on who they got to play as Hades.
Yeah, that too.
I still think it'd be cool if they managed to get James Woods. Anyways.
You're not wrong.
And I really hope when he does sing, he's got Pain and Panic with him.
Oh, I hope so.
And the only reason I say that is because we've seen
We've
Oogie
seen
Boogie
some of the sidekicks, yeah.
with his sidekicks.
Right.
So it'd be really cool to see Pain and Panic show up.
Well, we've seen LeFou. We've seen what's Hooks?
Thomas Crocodile or Shmee?
Shmee. We've seen the Ugly Stepsisters. So a lot of the secondary ones have been in here. So I hope.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah. But Lock, Shock, and Barrel was amazing. So yeah, I hope that when they find him,
My tired kitty.
Pain and Panic are with him. Okay.
All right. Absolutely fantastic. Did such a good job. This obviously will not make the Halloween playlist, but it's probably going to make one of my other ones.
Oh, it's definitely
It was
making.
so much
yeah.
fun. Fantastic job. If you guys liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comment down below. What did you think of PattyCake Productions with That's All? Also, comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
We love you all. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you to pray people later.